Hey Kachinas, this is Coach Erin, and I have a little hockey yoga video for you guys. Just a quick 20-minute kind of flexibility and recovery routine. First, we're going to start on our backs. With the French Bulldogs. So as we come onto our backs, we're just going to start to focus on our breath. So take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. And then just start to inhale and exhale through the nose. Just kind of slowing down the breath and bringing awareness to the breath just lets us connect to the present moment. So we'll take a few more breaths here. Then on your next inhale, reach your arms nice overhead, get a nice full body stretch. And then we'll hug our knees into your chest. And just keep your left knee and then extend your right leg up. So we're just gonna let that left leg fall. You're gonna grab behind your right leg, your right hamstring. Just getting a nice hamstring stretch through your right leg. If you want a little more, you could grab up onto the quad, or you could just keep it right on the hamstring. Make sure your toes are flexed back towards your face. You could add in a little ankle circles here to warm up the ankles. And then just grab the right knee into your chest. Bring the left leg long. And now we're just going to do some hip circles with your right leg. So you're kind of use your arms to guide your leg around, get nice rotation out through the hip, come all the way out. Nice big circles. And then you're gonna bring your right leg over your body for a nice twist. So you bring it out. You can bring your arms out to a T. And then you want to turn your gaze towards your right shoulder, the side away from your leg that's bent. Couple nice deep breaths here. Really feel the rotation through your spine. And then come back through the center and we'll do it again on the leg. So this time we grab behind our left hamstring. If you want a little more, you could grab up towards the calf. Flex the left toes back. Feel a nice stretch down your hamstring. Pulling the leg towards your face. Flexing the toes back towards your face. And then starting with ankle circles, just get a little movement. Could go both ways. One nice last stretch. Then you'll hug the knee into your chest. Let that right leg go long. And then you're doing hip circles with your left leg. So just rotating all across the body. You can bring it all the way over to the side. Just using that arm to kind of guide the leg. Go both ways. Good, and then we bring the leg back to center, and then we let it fall over to our right for a nice twist. You can bring your arms wide like a T, and then you can turn your gaze towards your left shoulder, the opposite side of where your knee is bent. So once again, just taking nice deep breaths here, just kind of relaxing into the twist. Feel the nice rotation through your spine. And then inhale, bring it back to center. One nice long stretch. Hug the knees into your chest. And then we'll rock and roll up into a seated position. So we come up. I'm going to turn to face you guys, but you could stay facing forward on your mat. We're going to come into a cross-legged position. We want nice and tall spine, shoulders back. On your next inhale, arms reach up overhead. On the exhale, bring your right hand down. Left arm reaches up over for a nice stretch through the side body. So you could stay on that palm. If you want to go a little deeper, you could go into your forearm. But just reaching your left hand over your head and gazing up towards your fingertips. Next inhale, come back through to center. Exhale over to the other side. You can start on your fingertips. Really reaching that right hand over. You can come down onto your forearm. Inhale, come back through to center. Now we're gonna twist. Bring your right hand behind you, left arm comes onto your right knee, and turn your chin back towards your right shoulder. So we wanna think about extending nice and tall on the inhales, and then exhales, twisting a little further. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, come back through to center, arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Right hand comes on the left knee, left arm behind. Turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Once again, sit up nice and tall. Nice tall through the spine, head is lifted. And then on the exhales, try and twist a little more. One more breath. And inhale, come back to center, arms reach up overhead. Then exhale, fold forward. Just a breath here, rounding your shoulders, letting your head hang. Then you'll kind of make your way into hands and knees. I just kind of roll over. This is called tabletop, hands and knees. Your hands are about shoulder distance apart and your knees are about hip distance apart. We're going to do one more quick twist here. On the inhale, lift your right arm all the way up. Exhale, come down and through onto your right shoulder. Kind of there, your right side of your right head can just relax down on the mat. You can feel this kind of opening up the shoulder blade. Still a slight twist through the spine. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, left arm comes down. Come down onto the left shoulder. Next inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, set your left hand down. This time we're going to tuck our toes, shift the hips back and up. This is called downward facing dog. It's like an upside down V. Want to make sure your hips are pressing up and back. Your weight is evenly distributed in your hands. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. You're going to pivot your back foot down so it's at about a 45-degree angle. Get a nice sturdy base. And then inhale, we're going to rise up into warrior one. Warrior one's right here. Chest is facing forward. Nice deep bend in your right knee. Now we're going to start to add some movement to the breath. So on the inhale, we're nice and tall in warrior one. Exhale, shift the hands forward, arms swing back. Nice straight line through the top of my head all the way down through my heel. Inhale, we rise back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. One more time, we're going to come up, inhale, warrior two. This time, exhale, open up into, that was warrior one, open up into warrior two, which is right here. So now we're open, our gaze is over our right fingertips, that right knee, still nice bend, that leg's starting to burn. We're pressing our right knee out towards our right pinky toe. And once again, now we add movement. Inhale, reverse warrior, arm reaches back and up. And then exhale, we go down to side angle. You can either keep your right forearm on your right knee like this. Try that out first. If you want to go deeper, go down onto your hand. Inhale, we go back to reverse. Exhale, down low, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down low to side angle. This time we're going to pivot on the back of our back foot. And we're going to bring our hands on the inside of our right leg. Going to stay here. Or if you want a little more, you can try and come down into your forearms. Get this nice deep hip stretch for your right hip. Good, just try and take a few deep breaths here. Now we're eventually going to come down onto that back knee. Come back up onto your palms. Kind of untuck those toes. So we're staying right here. You can kind of hang out here, or you can press that right foot open, that right knee open. Come on the edge of your right foot. This gives a nice opening to that right hip. You can stay right here, or if you want the extra challenge, you're gonna take your left hand, or take your right hand, reach around and grab your left foot. That's a nice deep hip flexor stretch there. Exhale, release. We're gonna walk our right foot in between our hands. Now we're gonna get a hamstring stretch. So this is half splits. You're just gonna shift your hips back, flex your right toes up. For a little more, you could walk forward, lean the body forward, make sure your right toes are flexed up. Feel a nice stretch through your calf and your hamstring. And we'll walk it forward. Hands to the mat, tuck the back toe, step your back foot back so you're like in a plank pose, and then exhale, we go downward facing dog. So we got that same thing on the left leg. So inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Pivot your right foot down. It's at about a 45-degree angle. Get that nice sturdy base. Then on the inhale, we rise up to warrior one. Nice deep bend in your left knee. Your chest, your hips facing forward, arms extended up. And then we start to add that movement. So inhale, we're up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. This time, exhale, open into warrior two. So we kind of pivot our back foot open even more. Gaze are over our left fingertips. Nice deep bend in the left knee. Press the left knee out towards the pinky toe. Now we start to add that movement. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. You could start with your elbow down. And then if you want to try out all the way down. Inhale, reverse. Legs don't move. Legs stay exactly the same. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down. We'll go one more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, come down. This time, bring your hands on the inside of that right, on the left leg. And we stay up on our toes. Either stay right here in that nice hip stretch, or for even more, you can come down onto your forearms. Couple breaths here. And come down onto the back knee, come up onto your palms. It's where you could press your left knee out with your left hand. A little more opening through that hip. Make sure you keep your left toes flexed here to help protect your knee. And then if you want that a little more, grab back with your left hand, grab your right toes, and then open up. This is a nice deep hip flexor stretch. Your right hip flexor, that right front of your leg. And exhale, releasing. Walk that foot in a little so your hands are framing your foot. Now comes the hamstring stretch. So we sit back on our heels a little, flex the left toes up, fold forward. And we'll walk our hands forward, shift the weight back into the front foot, tuck the toes, bring that left foot back so you're in a plank pose. Once again, downward facing dog. This time you're gonna jump or step to the front of the mat. You guys can stay on the front of the mat. I'm just gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna work a little bit on balancing, so we're gonna do 2 balancing poses. The first you've definitely probably seen before, it's just tree pose. So we'll start with our right leg lifted. So our left leg stays nice and grounded. We're gonna lift our right leg up. You can grab it with your hand, put it right on the inside of your thigh. Hands can come to heart center, it's a little more grounding that way. If this is hard, you could have your foot down on your calf, but never put it right on that knee joint. Whew. So we lift it up, breathe here. So we're equally pressing our foot into our thigh and our thigh into our foot. Just try and pick a point on the ground in front of you. Nice balance. And then we're going to take this right leg, cross it over our left knee, and we're going to sit low for figure 4. There it is. One more breath here. And then we come out of it. Good. Re-get your stance. This time ground down through the right leg. We're going to lift our left leg up for tree pose. So left leg comes all the way up if we can. If not, just down by your calf. Never on your knee. So if you want to bring that all the way up, hands at heart center. You might find that one leg's a little different from the other. That's all right. Couple more breaths here. Think about opening that knee up, pressing equally into the foot and the foot into the leg. Find that point. Nice and steady with the breath. And then cross the left foot over the right knee. Sink nice and low for figure 4. A nice opening up through the hip. Keep your left toes flexed. Good, and then just fold forward. Let your head hang, couple breaths. Now we're going to end with a couple twists. So you can make your way back onto your mat, back onto your back. Come all the way down. First one we're going to do, cross our right leg over our left knee. So this is basically what we did while we were just standing, but now we're going to do it on our back. So you hug the left leg in. You could grab behind the left calf or the left hamstring. And then if you want to grab in front of the shin for a little more, you can stay right there and breathe. Flex those right toes. You can also push your right knee out for a little hip opening. Just find a couple breaths of stillness. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. So left ankle crosses over right knee. And then hug the legs into your chest. You could grab behind that hamstring or in front of your shin right here. Flex the left toes. And also open up the knee. And then we release. I'm just going to finish with one final twist. You can bring your arms out to a T. And the legs just fall over. We'll go left first. Let's see. You can keep your gaze looking up, or a little more, you could turn your chin over towards your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through to center. Exhale, over to the right. Turn your chin over towards your left shoulder. Come back through to center. Nice hug your knees into your chest. And then inhale, one nice full body stretch. And then the last pose we do is called Shavasana, or final resting pose. So you just get nice and comfortable laying on your back. Let your feet fall apart, hands are down by your side. And then we could just take a couple breaths here. It's kind of letting everything settle in. I usually like to stay here for at least a minute. And we'll start to bring movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can turn your head side to side. Reach your arms overhead for a nice full body stretch. And we hug the knees into our chest. Then rock on to our right side. Just kind of rest your head on your arm. And then press up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. I always like to end with taking a moment to find something that you're grateful for, something that makes you smile. And then thank you guys for allowing me to lead you through your yoga little class here. Thank you. And in yoga, to end, we say namaste.